Hello, church. It's my pleasure to read to you again from Colossians 1:15 to 23. The Son is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn over all creation. For in him all things were created, things in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible. Whether thrones or powers or rulers or authorities, all things have been created through him and for him. He is before all things, and in him all things hold together. And he is the head of the body, the church. He is the beginning and the firstborn from among the dead, so that in everything he might have the supremacy. For God was pleased to have his fullness dwell in him, and through him to reconcile to himself all things, whether things on earth or things in heaven, by making peace through his blood shed on the cross. Once you were alienated from God and were enemies in your minds because of your evil behavior. But now he has reconciled you by Christ's physical body through the death to present you holy in his sight, without blemish and free from accusation. If you continue in your faith, established and firm, and do not move from the hope held out in the gospel. This is the gospel that you heard and that has been proclaimed to every creature under heaven, and of which I, Paul, have become a servant. In this passage, Paul is presenting to the Colossians how magnificent Jesus is, how brilliant he is, and how supreme he is over all creation. It was God's intention to have his fullness dwell in Jesus, and by that, Jesus and his sacrifice was able to reconcile, bring back into right relationship all people on earth if they believe in him. Paul says to the Colossians that they were able to be reconciled because once they were apart from God because of their evil behavior, but now because they have accepted Jesus, they can be one with Christ, one with God in his fullness. So I just want to encourage you by saying, if things seem quite out of control, if you're a believer, trust that God has a plan for you and that all things hold together in Jesus. So if you trust the one who has reconciled us to God the Father, then God will certainly bless you. Have a great day. And yeah, it's just Langford Brown from me to you. Blessings. See you later.